loves, welcome to your reading about whatever message needs to find you today. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm also new. This just happens to be my first reading that I've ever done on YouTube, so I hope this finds you well. I'm sure you know the drill. Pick whichever pile you feel the most drawn to, and yeah, let's get into it. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading today about whatever message you need to hear. I'm keeping my voice low because, well actually, I filmed this is my second time filming this because the first time something happened with the footage and it cut off midway through, so that was unfortunate, but now it's nighttime, so I have to stay quiet so I don't disturb my family. I hope that's okay. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna start with the tea leaves. This one is a month of the year, so April. I'm noticing the cherry blossoms. They might be significant to you. We have eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. It's always nice to see. Maybe there's an obstacle, or I don't want to say obstacle, that sounds a bit but maybe there's a challenge coming up in April. Maybe in regards to career or love, who knows? Let's find out. Wow, stop. Guaranteed success. So you have two confirmations here. Triumph over troubles and obstacles, and guaranteed success. We have new job or career. So maybe you're starting a new job in April. Ooh, we have love. And fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Interesting. So maybe this is you moving into a new career early this year. That rhymed. That is going to, maybe you're a bit concerned about it at the moment, or maybe you're in a transitional phase between two careers, not sure whether you want to move on to a different career or job, or not sure which direction to go. But what I'm seeing is that you're going to love this new career opportunity. And I sense that it's going to come to you sort of all of a sudden, like it kind of just falls into your lap. But it might be a career that requires a bit more of a challenge, a bit more difficulty than what you're used to at the moment. And it's really going to teach you resourcefulness. It's going to teach you, it's going to push you more than your current job. But with the love card, you're going to really enjoy it. It's going to be a welcomed challenge. And it's going to be a successful challenge. Alright. Opportunity knocks, go for it. There's not much else to say with that. I'm noticing, I don't know if you can see that, but like the bubbles, it's like they're looking into all these different choices. You might face many different opportunities, many different choices to pick from. Maybe this new opportunity will even bring in some love, like a new relationship, because I'm noticing this pink on this side. Potential. Wow. I think the message is very clear. Think big for your future. So whatever idea you have in your mind at the moment that you might be doubting, maybe thinking it's too grand of an idea, or, you know, it doesn't fit into your current situation, I want you to cast away all those doubts and all those judgments, because this is something that you're not even going to see coming. I'm getting. There's people, they're admiring you. I see you as the angel in the bubble. It's like there's little fairies and this boy or girl, little child admiring the angel in the snow globe. Let's look at some tarot cards. We have the Four of Wands. Love it. Let's put her here. The World. At this current career you have, you might not have the same sort of like, you know how some jobs people describe that, oh, like we're like a family sort of thing. I think this next job you're really gonna feel welcomed and supported by your co-workers. It's not going to be such a volatile social environment. I think you'll feel safe and accepted and welcomed. And this is coming after a cycle has ended for you. This is like a next step into the first step into a new cycle. It's going to bring in a lot of things for you. Yeah, you might have been waiting on this for a while, but unsure of how it was going to manifest. And like I said earlier, I don't think you're really going to even see this coming. It's totally out of the picture of what you had imagined the best possible outcome would be for you. It's going to be even better. Oh, the Page of Pentacles. He's looking at this pentacle closely, and I'm thinking that you might have, some of you might be like graduating from university and you're receiving a lot of different offers. I'm getting the message that you'll have many opportunities, but to really look and choose carefully, especially with the fox here. Really examine all of your options and make sure that you intuitively feel, as well as practically feel, that you're picking the best opportunity. Because I'm seeing there's going to be a lot of different opportunities coming in. King of Wands. King of Wands is sure of himself. He's very confident. I'm noticing this lizard. Actually, when I first started filming Pile 1 the first time, just before I had sat down, I noticed a gecko had somehow gotten into my room, and I had to pause and catch it and put it outside. I think, and you know, this lizard really took me by surprise. I was surprised, but I wasn't scared, obviously. He was the cutest little thing. And I don't know how he got in. I think that's the same sort of energy. Like, you're not sure how this opportunity came about. Like, it's completely out of the realm of what you would have imagined. But it's a good surprise. The Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles always reminds me of a manifestation that you've been trying to manifest for a while. But again, I don't think this is going to, I'm getting this really strongly, that it's not going to be in manifesting in the way that you had imagined it to. And the Eight of Wands. So once you pick the opportunity, it might even be 8 different offers all like coming at you at once, and it might be a bit overwhelming at first, but I'm getting the idea that you have many options. They're all really good options, but I think you'll intuitively know which one is right for you, because it's going to take you by surprise, and you'll be confident when you think about it, when you're considering it. You'll feel confident if you were to decide, if you were to pick that one. You'd feel confident in your decision. Release your blocks. First quarter moon in Scorpio. You might still be in an energy of questioning your potential. You might have some self-doubts. I'm not getting it so much, but with the Eight of Cups here, you might still be holding some, I don't want to say doubts, but questioning yourself whether you should take this opportunity, because it's going to be very different from what you were expecting, and it might require you to learn some new skills that you weren't expecting to have to learn. But it's going to expand your knowledge a lot, and because of that, it's going to open a lot of new doors. So it's like opportunities inside opportunities. Like a Russian doll. You know, like the wooden dolls, you open it and there's another woman inside, and you open the smaller one. I'm hearing, I don't know if you guys have watched Dairy Girls, but I'm hearing Orla talking about the Russian dolls. If you know, you know. But yes, it's like opportunities inside opportunities. So once you take this opportunity, learn some new skills, expand your horizons, more opportunities will come from that. Aligned. That's beautiful. Just gonna put her here. I'm gonna put this over here. Okay. What if I choose the path of growth? Wow. Number 22. So that's exactly right. Choosing the opportunity that may require you to challenge yourself, but you'll be all the better for it, because you would have grown and you would have expanded your tools, your tool belt. And it might not be the easy option, but you'll definitely, guaranteed success, you'll definitely overcome the obstacles. It will be so rewarding. What if I were to own all of my decisions. Thirst, craving, compulsion, obsession. So I'm getting the feeling from this card that you've been sort of waiting for a challenge for a while now. You might have been sort of stuck in the same sort of routine with your current situation, and it's been, I want to say, mind-numbing. It hasn't, maybe you're an air sign, or I heard Capricorn, but that sort of energy of always wanting to build on your knowledge. And the candle is flickering. And I think this new opportunity is going to be something that you'll be looking forward to. So if this is a job, which I'm assuming it is, it's going to be one that you're actually enjoying and looking forward to going to work every day or whenever you go. Almost obsessively, like you it's like I had like obsessed artists. A mad artist. They just keep adjusting, it's like you'll become very particular with it, and you'll always want to work on it every day. And in that sense, it won't be challenging because you'll actually want to do it. You're not forcing yourself, dragging your feet to work every day. It's going to be a very fulfilling opportunity, that's for sure. Love conquers all. Enduring loyalty, eternal love, lasting commitment. For sure, I think this opportunity is going to awaken a deep sort of commitment in you that I'm also, sorry to cut that off, but I'm also noticing the wolves. It's like your co-workers or the people you're working with, like, they have your back, and you're not afraid to share your ideas and your input, because maybe in a past situation you felt blocked from sharing your amazing ideas because your surrounding people, your co-workers, your boss may have shut you down or not been receptive. But I'm really getting the idea that in this new environment, your ideas are going to be readily and welcomely accepted and appreciated and put into action. You're going to feel more in control. So, expanding on my last point, perhaps you might have felt blocked from sharing your ideas because the people around you were patronizing or discriminatory. This card, from what I remember, talks about owning and accepting the body that you came to this earth in. So if you're a woman, this card might mean perhaps you're around a lot of misogynistic sort of co-workers that wouldn't let you get a word in edgewise sort of thing. But this could be anything. People, you're not feeling, you're holding your ideas close to your chest because you didn't feel like they were going to be accepted for whatever reason by the people around you, or maybe you were dismissed. I'm definitely feeling that with this new environment, you're going to feel really welcome, and as well as your ideas, you're going to be appreciated and you're going to really love what you do. My only advice, I guess, is to read the fine print, I'm hearing. Really, before you receive your opportunity, make sure you've analyzed it. Make sure you know the ins and outs. And if you can, maybe like do a trial period. I don't know if that's possible for whatever this is, but if you can, I think that would be a good idea to sort of get the feel of the workplace or the environment, the people you'll be working with or around, because I feel that that is something very important to you and to everyone. You want your ideas to be accepted, and you want to feel accepted and appreciated. Yeah. So look out for April or the first quarter of this year. I'm sensing some very lucrative, abundant, wonderful opportunities coming towards you, but one in particular is going to really catch you by surprise. I hope that resonated with you, pal number 3. I'm so excited for you. This looks very promising, and you absolutely deserve it. You've been working so hard, and it's finally all aligning for you with this great new opportunity. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you've stuck by this long, thank you so much. This was my first pick a card video, so if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. It would make me feel so happy. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Hello my pal number 2s, welcome to your reading about a message that needs to come to you today. So thank you for being here, no matter how you found my channel. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So I'm just going to start from the top and work my way down. Like pile 1, I got a lot of cards. I got 3 of these white light oracle cards. Now, I usually like to read from the guidebook, but the passages are quite long, so we'll see how we go. I might be able to just intuitively get some messages, but I do like to read from the guidebook. So let's see. Let's start with our tea leaves. So we've got an Astral House card stuck out. Ooh. We've got Wealth. Very nice. Love to see it. Let me just move her down a little bit. Bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. We got this in pile 1 actually. Receiving a lot of abundance and perhaps manifestations from the universe. Younger man. Dealings or relationship with a younger man. It's kind of looking similar to pile 1. You might want to watch pile 1 if you feel called to do so. There might be someone who admires you or likes you. I don't know. dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. So maybe this person, wow, this is such a similar message to pile 1. There's a lot of secret admirers. Maybe this is a friend that you know that has feelings for you, or maybe just really admires you. Let's put that one over here. Dogs also remind me of loyalty, so this might be a very loyal, good friend. Eagle, triumph over troubles. I'm gonna have to move them down a little bit, I think. So maybe this might even be like a business partner that's stuck by you through some really difficult times, and you're finally starting to reap the rewards. Or maybe this is something that's coming for you. So if you're going through a really difficult time, especially in terms of business, in terms of wealth, I'm getting the message that this really hard time is coming to a close, and it's all going to be worth it. Be careful, do not take risks. So we've got a bit of a warning there. Nothing scary, but of course when it comes to a lot of wealth, a lot of abundance, that also needs to be followed up with a lot of caution. And I'm hearing bookkeeping, so you might want to look into maybe budgeting, or even like a financial advisor, depending on how big this gift or accumulation of money or wealth is. Originality, blaze your own trail. New beginnings, begin your new life. So this might be a new venture. You might be coming out of a really difficult period and finally coming into something prosperous. I'm getting the message that I'm noticing the birds here. We've gone through a really long period of, or a really long dry period, or a period of struggle that you're finally overcoming with a new idea that's going to be really abundant and prosperous for you. You're going to get many accolades, many compliments and admiration from people for this idea or this new venture you're going on. And it's probably something that isn't very common with originality right here. It's probably going to feel in the beginning like a stretch, or like you're taking a big risk, but the message I'm getting here is that it's going to be worth it, and to go for it. Do take the risk. Okay, we've got the sun. How beautiful is that? I'm going to put her right in the center. This is, although really difficult maybe in the beginning, it's going to lead to so much happiness. Almost like finally being able to breathe out. Finally just feeling like you can stop being so anxious and tense and worried all the time. Yep, so it's going to be, Knight of Pentacles is like slow moving towards a goal, not in a rush. He's taking it one step at a time and being cautious. He still takes risks, but he is cautious. He always assesses the situation. The Queen of Cups. This is probably a creative pursuit that you are concerned or maybe not quite confident in yourself yet about. But I'm getting the message here that you have a lot to give. Your work will be almost an oracle for other people, a message. You'll be sharing messages with people, whether that's, I don't know what this is, maybe it's music or performing arts. Maybe you're some sort of artist or dancer or singer or musician. That's and those sorts of careers can be seen as risky, but your work is so important and people need to hear it, people need to see it, because they will be so inspiring. Got the High Priestess. Trust your intuition, trust your heart, follow your heart. It's not lying to you, you're not crazy. It's this beautiful, creative, original idea you have is something I think you should pursue, because it's looking like it's going to bring a lot of prosperity and happiness to you, regardless of what people around you might say. They might be casting doubt on you, they might be making you feel like your judgment is wrong or that it's not possible, but don't listen. The Eight of Wands came out reversed. I think you're hesitating at the moment. You're not confident. And I hope this message brings you confidence and encouragement to pursue this, because I think that with planning and consideration of different situations and risk assessment, I'm hearing, if you make sure to cover your butt in legal matters and to be conscious of your worries, but to not let them overtake your ambition. Nine of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. Especially I've just put it under the blaze your own trail. It's going to be a really lucrative and valuable idea. The Artist. For sure, you guys, some of you must be artists. New beginnings. Right above the Ace of Pentacles. This must be some sort of manifestation. You guys have been thinking about this for a while now, but for some reason, maybe you haven't taken the leap of faith yet. And maybe this is where this younger man or this person or friend comes into play. Maybe they're coming in and going to help you, or maybe you have a friend in mind that could assist you with this big idea. Grounded. You know exactly what you want and what you want to pursue. You just need that little extra courage, that leap of faith, and perhaps it's worth confiding in your friends, your close friends, your loyal friends, because I'm sure that they will help you boost your confidence. I'm getting to not listen to the critical people around you. I've read this, or I know of this saying, if you wouldn't take advice from this person, why would you take their judgment? Expressive, right under the Queen of Cups. So yeah, with the harp, some of you might be musicians, or this idea might be to do with music, but for sure this must be some sort of creative arts pursuit that you think or you have deemed is too risky. But I think that if you pursue this, great wealth and great abundance and great happiness is going to come to you. Reflect on your priorities. Would you rather be miserable, doing something you hate or don't particularly like, or don't particularly have passion for because it's the safe option? Or would you rather take the risk and try? There's no harm in trying. You're protected. And work through your feelings. There's definitely some, I'm really getting this feeling of anxiety, like pile 2, you really need to trust yourself and trust your gifts, because you have amazing gifts to share with the world and you can't hide them forever because they're meant to be shared, and people will love you. People will love your gifts. People will love your gifts. Stop being so hard on yourself or doubting yourself, because what you have to offer to this world is so important. I'm just looking at the claw and how I'm almost thinking it's like the eagle's claws, and he's got, or she's got control over them. You have control over the situation more than you might think. And the things you're worried about, you can control and you can manage. What if I look deeper within myself? You must be paranoid. This card to me is the paranoia card. Prey, stalked, invaded, watched. I think there might be someone around you, like whispering in your ear all these doubts and causing you insecurities and causing you to doubt yourself and your judgment. You probably know who this is. Please distance yourself, because they're not going to help you on this new beginning, this new journey. I think this is something you have to develop on your own. I'm gonna put her right there. Your higher self knows better. You need to trust your intuition. You know who this is. You know what this kind of person is that's, causing you to doubt yourself, and do not trust them. Do not trust their judgment, because you know who you are, you know your gifts, you know what you have to offer. They don't. Shanti Pat of Seahorse, the Perfume of Sophia, and the Dakini of Infinite Light. This one actually came up in pile 1, I believe, but this one is sticking out the most, so I'm going to read in the guidebook for this Perfume of Sophia, number 12 or 3. You will be able to sense the best timing and approach to take. To create space for healing and resolution, connect to your body and ground yourself. Ground yourself. Apologies if you can hear things in the background. It's just my family and the television. You'll find your way intuitively. You will find your way intuitively and instinctively, even through confusing circumstances, where one moment you are sure the answer is no, and the next you're sure it is yes. Give up on trying to figure out the answer right now and remain open, with positive but relaxed expectation that clarity shall emerge spontaneously according to divine timing. Now this is sticking out. In the words of Juliet, in Romeo and Juliet, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. The nose knows. The nose knows. I don't know, like the passage from Romeo and Juliet didn't necessarily really connect to this, but when I read the nose knows, I thought like sniffing out bullshit. Please excuse my language, but I'm being drawn back to this card. You must be in some sort of environment around a certain person or people that see your light and see your value and see your gifts and don't have good intentions. Like they don't want you to share them because they're insecure. If you're pushing for a resolution, an answer, an understanding before it is time for you to know, you'll be frustrated. It will be more constructive and enjoyable for you to engage with what is. Will it require the development of your character, the capacity for patience, for trust and faith, for commitment and devotion, even when there is no evidence you shall succeed? Yes, likely it shall. Especially if you are carving a path that is unique and creative. Well, I'll be damned. You can't know all the answers before it even begins, pile 2. You need to trust your judgment and trust the path you're on. Because unfortunately, life doesn't work in a way that you get, a list of everything that's going to happen and all the possibilities, and then you get to decide whether you want to take the risk. A risk is a risk because you don't know the outcome. But through the guidance I'm seeing here, I'm understanding that the universe is on your side with this idea and that it will be lucrative as long as you trust your judgment and you trust yourself and you take this leap of faith, as scary as it is. It's so important. And you might be someone who's not used to taking big risks, so this might be like the first big leap of faith on your own into this world. But you need to do it. There's nothing else for me to really say. With this galloping horse, like it reminds me of the chariot. Just like charge ahead, trust your heart, and go for it. Because it's gonna be okay no matter what happens. You win some, you learn some. Now, the Dakini of Infinite Light, we read this in pile 1 as well, but I want to see if there's any passages in here that stick out for your pile. When she appears in a reading, travel your path and explore your questions about spirituality and awakening with confidence, so such progress can be made as you do so. The Oracle of the Dakini of Infinite Light augurs an increase of light in your life. This can include a lightening up after a difficult time, an increase in clarity from a helpful, healing, and higher perspective, or a clear, positive path opening up through a troublesome time. Her appearance signifies a victory. Call upon her and do not give up. That really reminds me of this friend. I'm getting a message to tell you that you need to reach out to a specific friend. You probably know who this is, because they have a good judgment and a good gauge of who you are and who you truly are, as much as this person wants to tell you who you are. I think this person is actually working in your best interest and will be honest and will give you good advice in regards to this pursuit you have. And I'm hearing will really kickstart your journey. They might bestow confidence in your ability. They might really, they might be in this field, whatever you're going into, and they might be able to give you some really genuine, good advice. I hope that made sense. This was only my second pile ever, so whatever this pursuit is, pile 2, I am encouraging you to take that leap of faith. It's reminding me of the Fool card, you know. And you know what's funny? It's funny I say that. So usually on the Fool card, there's actually a dog next to the Fool, jumping over the edge with him. I think this friend is very loyal and is going to take that leap with you. So by all means, if you know who this is, trust them and trust their guidance, and know that they're going to be there for you. And go for it. Your gifts are valuable, so valuable, and they will be to so many people. You need to trust that you have gifts, and it's about time you shared them. So thank you for coming to my reading. I really hope this message found you well, and I hope to see you again in another reading. Bye. Hi Pile 3s, welcome to your message about whatever you need to hear at the moment. Now, you've chosen this yellow crane, and as I was shuffling, I was getting the feeling that you might be going through some really hard, sort of a tough turmoil. You're going through a hard time, and I'm so sorry, Pile 3. I wish I could give you a hug. But without further ado, let's get into the reading. I'm going to start with our tea leaves. Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Key. Successful outcome to your problems. Don't you worry, Pile 3. You're gonna be okay. Hammock. taking a vacation, physically or mentally. I'm definitely getting the feeling that it's heavy on the shoulders. I'm really feeling like you're exhausted and you need a break. My goodness, Path 3, what's going on? Victory! Victory in some endeavor. Well, you've got two confirmations, key and victory. Successful outcome to your problem, victory in some endeavor. So whatever you're worried about, Path 3, don't you worry. Which someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Interesting. Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. Actually, I'm going to put that here. And tulip. Great passion. It's an interesting mix. Let's take a look at the rest of the cards and see how they all come together. We have Battle of the Blues. Just lying in the water, just staring out. God, I've been there before. Take steps towards positive change, it says. Those first few steps are always the most difficult, but it gets easier. 7 deadly sins, humanity's destructive traits. What I'm seeing the most about this card is the how she's pushing away it's how would you explain that? She is using her power to bring back to life the darkness around her. She's healing it. But to get to this point of healing all that's died or shriveled up, you need to rest and re-energize. Getting the idea that you might have been spread a bit thin lately. People might have been relying on you. Yeah, I'm thinking with this wedge, that you've been the reliable, responsible person in this current situation you're in, and it's been creating a wedge between, as much as you want to help, and I think you're a healing spirit, a healing soul. You want to heal and help everyone around you. I think that it's draining you and you need time to rest and recoup if you want to be able to keep healing and keep being that support for everyone. But also, as much as you want to be that person, you can't hold up everyone's burdens on your own, you know? One person's burden, even your own burden can be overwhelming at times. So it's important to be the healer to yourself as much as you are to other people. Rest and your rejuvenation is just as important. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been really helping people around you a lot lately, and it's been tough work. Chariot. Oh, Five of Cups. And the Three of Wands. I'm noticing, so this person here is looking up at the big mountain there that they need to climb, and then right underneath is this Three of Wands, and he's on top of the mountain. So through that, I'm getting an idea that you've been on a really long, tough journey where on the way you've been helping lots of people. Lots of people move towards their own fulfillment and almost neglecting your own in some ways. And it's been really exhausting for you. And as much as you want to help everyone, I'm getting the message that you really need to take a step back and heal yourself first. Take time to rest. Because I just heard in my head, you need to put your own oxygen mask on before you put on others. What if I choose to forgive? Perhaps if you're holding some sort of regret in your heart, something maybe you've done in the past, things you've done or things you've said in the past that hurt people or hurt yourself, and you're finding it hard to forgive yourself and move on from these mistakes. And so in some ways, helping others so much is subconsciously or maybe even consciously a way of trying to right those wrongs, but you've been doing it so exhaustively that you've forgotten to take a breath. And that breath is so crucial, because that breath is usually when you realize that you're the only one that's holding this grudge against you, against yourself. Yeah, you're not this wedge, maybe the wedge is yourself. In some ways, you're not letting yourself move on from these past mistakes. And so you hold yourself hostage with these past mistakes, and you've been pushing yourself to be a good person. I want to be a good person, I want to be a good person, I'm hearing. And so you've exhaustively been helping people around you, neglecting yourself. Maybe you don't feel like you deserve rest or forgiveness. But you absolutely do, pile 3. We all make mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes in my life that I, regret. But at the end of the day, I'm all the better for it. I've learned from them and become a better person because of the mistakes. Sure, let's put her over here. Noticing the sword here, it's reminding me of the Ace of Swords, or even the Queen of Swords. Like, you hold the key. Oh my god. You hold the key to your freedom, I'm hearing. You need to let yourself go you need to let yourself free from this mentality. You deserve rest. You deserve to forgive yourself. And if you're questioning whether you're a good person or not, you absolutely are, because bad people don't learn from their mistakes. They don't evaluate their mistakes and see where they could have done better or try to improve from their mistakes. Attend to the details. I feel like that's sort of linking back to what I was saying about how although it's really good to evaluate your past mistakes and pay attention to your mindset and your thought patterns, I think that in some ways you might be overanalyzing yourself and being overly critical with this Virgo energy. And detoxify, full moon in Taurus. You're allowed to forgive yourself. Pile 3. It's time to forgive yourself, because in order to move on, you need to forgive yourself. And once you do, I'm seeing that it's going to unlock your true potential with great passion, and the artist here. You'll have more room to work on other things, and you'll work on your dreams and your aspirations, because you won't be so caught up in trying to make things right, trying to right your past wrongs by doing good now, if that makes sense. Now, this is the only pile that I decided to draw one of these cards. What is this deck called? It's called the Super Attractor by Gabrielle Bernstein. The artwork was by Michaela Ezra. True manifestations are powered by service and love. It's just so true. I'm noticing the hands here. I don't know if you can see them, but something about your hands, like you can create true healing and happiness, but through helping others, I think is probably your calling, helping others. But in order to be of the best help to others, you also need to help yourself. Her last day in the light. Unexpected endings, surprise changes, sudden shifts. Knowledge. Study, learning, education. Some of you guys might be in the medical field. Like I kind of this blue hand sort of reminded me of Scrubs. So maybe you might be a doctor or a nurse or a surgeon, or maybe even like a massage therapist. Of course, this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to anyone, not everyone, but I do think that you might be holding yourself back. You're not letting yourself move on. But to do your best work, you need to be free of these burdens you have or are holding against yourself. I think the someone new is entering your life is a new version of yourself. You're allowing yourself to be as you are, and to not, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say chastise yourself, but I'm not sure if that's the right word. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say, but definitely letting go of these burdens is going to give your mind and heart more room to allow more new things, newness, new information, new aspirations, new ventures to come in, because you're not so caught up and tied up in everything else that you're thinking about, that's not letting you move on to better things. You know, this person is really brooding in their thoughts, whereas this person has climbed the mountain and is now looking out at the beautiful view. Detoxify. Let go of these things so that you can move on to greater things. Pile 3. It's time. And the last card we have is from the White Light Oracle. It's number 27, Aura of Gamma, or number 9. Let's have a look in the guidebook. I love the messages I get from this guidebook. It usually always ties in really well with the message of the reading. It is time to let go of what has been. Can you believe it? What were we just talking about? You are swiftly outgrowing your past. Explore and commit to a spiritual practice that supports your personal transformation so that you can cross the threshold before you now. Embrace your freedom to be creative in your approach, rather than doggedly committing yourself to your previous ideas or plans. You have the spiritual intelligence to evolve. Continue your healing journey with trust that a positive outcome is imminent. Victory in some endeavor. It's time to let go of self-resentment. You deserve love, and you deserve to... I'm not going to say I don't think your mistakes are as bad as you think, but... Oh, Jesus. That reminded me of the Tower card. Like, you need to allow this past to finally come down so that you can build a strong foundation and you can move on to new things. You can build something even better. Maybe this was something you had to let go of in the past that you really thought was your end all and be all. Like, this is it, this is what I want to do, this is it. But then an unexpected change, surprise change, unexpected endings, sudden shifts. Something happened where your plan was completely thrown in the bin, essentially. And it might have been really hard for you to let go. But you're ready for something new. And before you embark on this new journey, you need to rest, firstly. Maybe you need to study, learn. But it's time for a new journey, pile 3. It's time to let go of what was, let go of your past mistakes and your regrets, and understand that they were all part of your journey to something greater and to a more evolved version of yourself. Because without those past mistakes, you wouldn't be who you are today. You wouldn't have learnt those lessons. And negative or bad experiences are just as important as positive ones. They make the good times sweeter, but they also give you lots of knowledge, lots of growth. Yes. I hope that made sense, pile 3. Thank you so much. I hope this reading found you well. Just know that the universe has your back. Your next endeavor is going to be prosperous for you, because you're going to be allowing yourself to be who you are without holding yourself back with doubts and fears. Your true self is going to shine through because you're not so afraid of what everyone else thinks of you, because you're going to accept that you're a good person, and you're going to forgive yourself and move on to greater things. I feel like I'm rambling. You're amazing, pile 3. Don't give up. You have nothing to worry about. You're a healer, and you're going to be helping a lot of people in the future, but for now you need to help yourself and rest. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to my reading. I hope this reading found you well, and I'll see you in the next video.